this is why I said, boy, this is going to be fun.
Up 8 wins in 99, 9 in 2000.
Be able to win a championship like that on a very difficult and demanding golf course, it would be very special.
Imagine this. You break every record, dominate a sport historically closed to people like you, and inspire millions. You become the face of a generation. And then boom, it all crashes. The media turns. Your fans fade. Your game disappears. The very institutions that celebrated you now act like you never existed. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of Tiger Woods. Born a prodigy, raised as a warrior, he didn't just play golf, he transformed it. With his mixed-race background, electric style, and ruthless work ethic, Tiger became the most dominant and marketable figure golf had ever seen. He was hailed as the savior of the sport, an icon who brought golf into homes that never cared before. But then came the scandals, the injuries, the downfall, and something even darker. A quiet erasure. Suddenly, the PGA Tour stopped celebrating his legacy. TV networks shifted focus. Young stars were placed front and center. It felt like the world was ready to bury the Tiger era. But why? Was it just about the scandals? Or was it something more? Something deeper? This is a story about greatness, betrayal, and rebirth. About a man who carried $1 billion industry on his back, and then got dropped the moment he slipped. Let's unpack the rise, fall, and resurrection of the one man who changed the game forever, and why some in golf wished he'd never come back. Tiger Woods was born in 1975 in Cypress, California. From the moment he could walk, he held a golf club. His father, Earl Woods, was a strict mentor, a former Green Beret, who believed Tiger was destined to become more than just an athlete. He was to be a symbol. By age 2, Tiger was swinging clubs on national television. At 8, he shot under par. At 15, he became the youngest U.S. junior amateur champion. And by the time he was 20, he'd already dominated the amateur world and turned professional. But Tiger wasn't just another rising star. He was a revolution. In 1997, at only 21, Tiger destroyed the competition at the Masters, winning by 12 strokes. The world had never seen anything like it. He didn't just win, he annihilated. And at Augusta National, a course that hadn't even accepted black members until 1990, he made a statement. Golf is no longer just a white man's game. Corporate America took notice. Nike signed him to a $40 million deal. EA Sports gave him a game franchise. Gillette, Rolex, Gatorade, brands lined up. He made golf cool. Young kids, especially black and Asian youth, started picking up clubs. Viewership soared. Prize money skyrocketed. Between 1999 and 2009, Tiger was untouchable. He won 13 majors in that span. Analysts ran out of adjectives. Machine, alien, superhuman, none of them felt big enough. But with dominance came tension. He intimidated his opponents. He changed the course of every tournament he entered. Courses began Tiger-proofing themselves, lengthening fairways, changing green speeds, all to contain one man. He was the sport's biggest asset, and its biggest threat. At first, Tiger's swagger was seen as confidence. But as his success grew, whispers turned into headlines. He's not humble enough. He doesn't respect the old-school traditions. He celebrates too loudly, shows too much emotion. Translation: he doesn't fit the mold. Tiger didn't engage in small talk on the course. He walked with purpose. Fist pumps, roars, intensity. It made some in the golf elite uncomfortable. They'd been used to quiet politeness, not primal domination. Then came 2009, the turning point. It started with a minor car crash outside his Florida mansion. But within 24 hours, the crash turned into a media hurricane. Allegations of infidelity began to surface. And not just one affair, multiple. The press had a field day. Tiger, the image of discipline and excellence, was now headline fodder. His sponsors panicked. Accenture, AT&T, Gatorade. They dropped him. Only Nike stood by. But what hurt the most wasn't the sponsors or tabloids. It was the PGA Tour's silence. This was the man who had pumped billions into their ecosystem. Ticket sales, TV rights, merch all exploded because of Tiger. Yet now, the PGA acted like a scandal had wiped away a decade of greatness. Some say they were saving face. Others say they were relieved. Finally, the Tiger problem was neutralized. Maybe now, golf can return to tradition, they whispered. The very institutions he uplifted had now turned their backs. After the scandal, Tiger took a break from golf. But when he returned, things were different. The crowd's cheers were quieter, the press questions were sharper, the tension was thicker. He wasn't the untouchable king anymore. He was a flawed man under a microscope. And his body, breaking down. Between 2010 and 2017, Tiger underwent multiple surgeries. Knees, back, more back. He tried to adjust his swing, tried to play through pain, but it was clear the magic was fading. He missed cuts. He withdrew mid-tournament. He once shot an 82 at the Phoenix Open. For Tiger Woods, that was unthinkable. Then came the lowest point. May 2017, Tiger was arrested for DUI. The mugshot went viral. He looked tired, broken, and barely conscious. The internet mocked him. Memes flew. Late-night shows ripped him apart. But the deeper truth, Tiger was battling addiction, prescription painkillers, insomnia and anxiety. The pressure, the injuries, the scrutiny, it all collided. At this point, most players would have retired. Sponsors would have moved on. Legacies would have been rewritten with an asterisk. And that's what the PGA started doing. Quietly shifting attention to the new stars. Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Dustin Johnson. Tiger was being phased out. Not with statements, not with drama, just quiet erasure. But Tiger, he wasn't done. He was just healing. Behind closed doors, Tiger was changing. He underwent a spinal fusion surgery, his last hope at playing pain-free. He worked with a new coach. He changed his training. He cut toxic people from his circle. He focused on being a father, a human being, not a brand. And slowly, the smile returned. When he stepped back onto the course in 2018, the world was cautious. Was this a farewell tour, or a miracle? Then he finished second at the PGA Championship. Then came a win at the Tour Championship, his first in 5 years. The crowds flooded the fairway, like it was Woodstock. Chants of Tiger, Tiger, echoed. Grown men cried. This wasn't about golf anymore, it was about redemption. Tiger had been humbled, and the world had missed him more than it admitted. His peers, now they looked at him differently, not just as a rival, but as a survivor. A man who endured what few could, and came out swinging. He no longer tried to be perfect. He was authentic, transparent, human. This was a Tiger we'd never seen before. And fans loved him even more. Then came the 2019 Masters, the moment nobody saw coming. Augusta. The course where Tiger made history 2 decades earlier. He was now 43 years old, with a fused spine, and ranked outside the top 100 just a year before. Every expert said it was impossible. But hole by hole, round by round, he clawed his way up the leaderboard. When Tiger stepped onto the 18th green, needing just a putt to win his 15th major, the roar was deafening. And when that ball dropped, history was made. The comeback was complete. Fans flooded the course. Social media exploded. Greatest comeback in sports history. Trended worldwide. For Tiger, it wasn't just a win. It was a rebirth. It reminded the world, greatness doesn't vanish. It evolves. But did the PGA embrace him? Yes and no. They posted, celebrated. But the energy wasn't what it once was. It felt controlled, measured, safe. Some believe it was too little, too late. Because in truth, Tiger didn't need the PGA anymore. He had the people. Today, Tiger Woods isn't just a golfer. He's a myth, a lesson, and a legacy all in one. He didn't just change golf. He exposed its flaws, its exclusivity, the fear of change. Tiger made golf global, diverse, electrifying, but he paid a price. He was held to impossible standards, crucified for his humanity, forgotten when he failed. Yet he came back stronger. His story isn't clean. It isn't smooth. It's jagged, raw, and painfully human. Is Tiger Woods the greatest golfer of all time, or just the most unforgettable? Did the PGA try to erase him because of his flaws, or because of his power? Only history will decide. But one thing is clear, they couldn't erase him. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Was Tiger Woods a victim of his own mistakes, or of a system that feared his dominance? Did the PGA really try to erase his legacy, or was it all media spin? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a real discussion. If this story moved you, smash that like button, subscribe and turn on the bell for more deep dives into sports legends who changed the game. From iconic victories to near erasures, from fame to fallout, we cover the real stories behind the headlines. Because some players don't just play the game, they break it, rebuild it, and leave behind something eternal. This was Tiger's story. Who should we cover next? Comment below. Thanks for watching. See you at the next one.